What was worrying, in fact, was that India's pre-budget underlying economic problems were serious. Kaushik, can we return to you for a minute? You have written extensively about this and you touched upon it earlier. The underlying issues of the Indian economy slowing down before the pandemic.
Put the pandemic aside, though again I want to point out that with the pandemic, India's dropped to the 163rd in the world. So we've done worse than other countries, and other countries which have had the pandemic hit much bigger than us. India didn't get a hit as big, so have done well. But even if you put it aside, over the last 5 years from 2016, every year has done worse than the previous year, which has never happened before. The first thing we should do is look at the data, dissect it. And for the sake of the country, bring in the best minds. And India has great strengths. There's a lot of talent in the country. And we have to capitalize on that as we go ahead.
Yes, absolutely. That's very clearly and well put. So what are the factors that are crucially important now, do you think?
Yeah, Prannoy, so let me first tell you, on the economic policy front, though I feel we have to go beyond that, which is very difficult because on that there very often is not hard data like you get in economics. Let me first stay for a moment with a couple of economic indicators.
Yes.
A very important one, which is probably causing the growth slowdown. Textbook economics is investment rate, the fraction of the national income that is being invested. You're building machines, you're building roads, ports, etc. Now that in 2011-12, capital formation as a part of GDP was touching 40%, which India was looking like East Asian countries, and India was performing like East Asian countries. And I have to give tribute to this. This stepping up took place in 2003 and 4, that investment really went up. That's when the investment went up. It continued to climb and reached just short of 40% of GDP. We are now down to 31.7% or something. So it's been a steady downward drop in investment. And if you're not investing sufficiently, growth gets damaged.
And there are major implications of our growth being damaged. Can you point out to what some of these implications are?
This is recently NFHS that puts out data based on survey across India. They have not studied the entire country, but 22 states plus union territories together, 22 of them, for which they've given out data. And for the first time, over a 5-year period, 2016 to 2019, their last survey was 2015. 2015 to 2019, in these states, a majority of the states for which they have given data, there has been stunting, which means children below the age of 5 they've become slightly shorter. Of course, this is not happening to the richer people's children. This is not happening even to the middle class, not even to the lower middle class. But this is an indicator of the poorest sections of the country suffering. So these 5 years from 2016 to now, lot of data coming in. And the first thing we should do, if we love the country, in fact, that's the first thing, is to look the data in the eye and not look away. This has happened for whatever be the reason. Diagnose it, dissect it, and begin to change. And that's the way we should approach what is ahead of us.